Hello everyone, this is Numero Uno Superfly Hero, and welcome back to more Doki Doki Literature Club Plus. Sorry for the long delay, I just had to take a little break from it, and here we go. And thus, today marks the day I sold my soul to Monica and her irresistible smile. I dejectedly follow Monica across the school and upstairs, a section of the school I rarely visit. Monica, full of energy, swings open the classroom door. What the fuck? I'm back. Double guess with me. Guess? Seriously, you brought a boy? Ready to kill the atmosphere? Don't blame me, Natsuki. But anyway, welcome to the club, bro. All words escape me in this situation. This club is full of incredibly cute girls. Man, wish I shouldn't say that out loud. So let me guess, you're Monica's boyfriend, right? What? No, I'm not. Natsuki, a girl with a sour attitude, whose name is apparently Natsuki, is one I don't recognize. Her small figure makes her look like a first-year student. Anyway, this is Natsuki, energetic as usual. But this is Yuri, the vice president. It's nice to meet you. Yuri, who appears comparatively more mature and timid, seems to have a hard time keeping up with someone like Natsuki. Yeah, it's nice to meet both of you. So, I went to the classroom, and you decided to come check out the club. Isn't that great? Wait, Monica! Didn't I tell you to let me know in advance before you brought anyone new? I was going to, Sorry. I didn't forget that. I just happened to let it into me. In that case, I should at least make some tea, right? Yeah, that would be late. Why don't you come sit down, little girl? The girls have a few desks arranged to form a table. Yuri walks to the corner of the room and opens the closet. Meanwhile, Monica and Natsuki sit across from each other. Instead of feeling awkward, I take a seat next to Monica, since she's the only girl I know in this club thus far. So, I know you didn't really plan on coming here, but I'll make sure you feel right at home, okay? As president of the literature club, it's my duty to make the club fun and exciting for everyone. I'm surprised there aren't more people in the club yet. It must be hard to start a new club. You can put it that way. Not many people are really interested in putting out the effort to start something brand new, especially when it's something that doesn't grab your attention like literature. You have to work hard to convince people that they're both fun and worthwhile, but the big school events like the festival that much more important. I'm confident that we can all really grow this club before we graduate. Right, Natsuki? Well, I guess. Natsuki reluctantly agrees. Such different girls, all interested in the same goal. Monica must have worked really hard just to find these two. Yuri returns to the table, carrying a tea set. She carefully places the teacup in front of each of us before setting down the teapot in the middle. You keep a whole tea set in this classroom? Oh, sorry, I skipped something. After all, doesn't a hot cup of tea help you enjoy a good book? I guess. There we go. Sorry about that. Don't let you get so intimidated. They're just trying to impress you. Let's not. Insulted, Yuri looks away. As do I, as I don't know what the fuck is going on here. I meant that, I believe you, for literally no apparent reason at all. Well, tea reading might not be a pastime for me, but I at least enjoy tea. I'm glad. Yuri faintly smiles to herself in relief. So, Mimuro, what kind of things do you like to read? Well, considering how little I've read these past few years, I don't really have a good way of answering that. Some of the books I've read are Captain Underpants by Dave Pilkey, Diary of One Kid, and Goosebumps. And also, manga. I muttered quietly to myself, half joking. Natsuki's head suddenly perks up. It looks like she wants to say something, but she keeps quiet. Not much of a reader, I guess. Well, I can change. What am I saying? I spoke without thinking after seeing Yuri's sad smile. Sorry about that. Someone was texting me. Anyway, What about you, Yuri? Well, let's see. Yuri traces the rim of her teacup with her finger. My favorites are usually novels that build deep and complex fantasy worlds. The level of creativity and craftsmanship behind them is amazing to me. And telling a good story in such a foreign world is equally impressive. Yuri goes on, clearly passionate about her reading. She seems so reserved and timid since the moment I walked in, but it's obvious by the way her eyes light up that she finds her comfort in the world of books, not people. But you know, I like a lot of things. Stories with deep psychological elements usually immerse me as well. Isn't it amazing how a writer can so deliberately take advantage of your own lack of imagination to completely throw you for a loop? Anyway, I've been reading a lot of horror lately. I read a horror book once. The scariest book I ever wrote was Goosebumps, Night of the Living Dummy, parts 1 to 3. And also, Say Cheese, where whenever you take a picture, you'll see the prediction of when you will get killed. Scary, huh? I desperately grasp something I can relate to at the minimum level. At this rate, Yuri might as well be having a conversation with a rock. I'd expect that from you, Yuri. It's such a personality. Oh, is that so? Really, if a story makes me think or takes me to another world, then I really can't put it down. So real horror is often very successful at changing the way you look at the world, if only for a brief moment. Oh, what's that? Well, it just... Natsuki's eyes dart over to me for a split second. She looks at me randomly as if for some reason I'm giving off a derpy face and just picking my nose. Cause my nose is so itchy. I continue scratching some more and poke out a booger and just flick it off the wall. The girls are so disgusted by me and I act all confident about it too. Never mind. What's that? You usually like to light up the cute things, don't you, Natsuki? What? What gives you that idea? You let the piece of scrap paper behind that completely. I don't think you're looking at that poem called Don't Say Out Loud! Give that back! Fine. Natsuki, you write your own poems? Well, I guess sometimes. Why do you care? I think that's impressive. Why don't you share them sometime? No! Natsuki averts her eyes. You wouldn't like them, you fucking weirdo. Some fucking guy that pokes his nose in front of ladies. What? My nose is itchy. Not a very confident writer yet. I understand how... Sorry about that. I understand how Natsuki feels. Sharing that level of writing takes more than just confidence. The truest form of writing is writing to oneself. You must be willing to open up to your readers, exposing your vulnerabilities and showing even the deepest reaches of your heart. Do you have a writing experience too, Yuri? If you share something of work, you can set an example and help Natsuki feel comfortable enough to share hers. I guess it's the same for Yuri. We all sit in silence for a moment. As do I, as I realize I feel shameful for picking my nose in front of these ladies. To make up for this, I slowly get out a bag of potato chips. They're Lay's 50% sea salt. Hey, I just got an idea. What about this? Huh? Natsuki and Yuri look quizzically at Monica, as do I, as I realize I wasn't even paying attention to the bag of chips I had all along. It turns out they weren't the reduced sea salt potato chips. They're actually barbecue chips. Curious, I just randomly bite the bag of potato chips. I don't even open it. I just bite the bag. Let's go home and try to put them on our own. Then, next time we meet, we'll all shut up with each other. Definitely, everyone this evening. I thought that was a good idea. Well, I think you're right, Monica. We should probably start finding activities for all of us to participate in together. I did decide to take on the responsibility of vice president after all. I need to do my best to nurture the club as well as its members. Besides, now that we have a new member, it seems like a good step for us to take. Do you agree as well, Numero? Before I say anything, I spit out right before I'm about to say something, I spit out this bag of potato chips I have in my mouth. Blech! Hold on! There's still one problem. What's that? Now that we've reached the most important topic, I bluntly come forth with what's been on my mind the whole time. And I say it out loud, with confidence, all shy. I never said I would join this club. Monica may have convinced me to stop by, but I never made any decision. I should have other clubs to look at and... I lose my train of thought, literally, because I just suffer a blank stare. All three girls just stare back at me with dejected eyes. But What? I'm sorry. I thought... Eh. The girls exchange glances before Monica turns back to me. I guess I need to tell you the truth, Numero. The thing is, we don't have enough members yet to form an official club. We need 4. And I've been trying really hard to find the members. And if we don't find one before the festival... I'm defenseless against these girls. How am I supposed to make a clear-headed decision when it's like this? I would feel terrible for letting everyone down in this situation. And besides, the club itself seems pretty relaxed. So, if writing a poem is the price I need to pay in order to spend every day with these beautiful girls, I mean, who want to spend every day with these lovely ladies? A tiny girl, a busty babe, and the perfect girl. Right. Okay, I've decided then. I'll join the literature club. Now each of them rises up like a robotic dude. Here we go. 1, 2, phew! One by one, the girl's lights up. Oh my goodness. Really? Did he really mean that, bro? Yeah. It could be fun, right? You really did scare me for a moment. I mean, if really just left after all this, I would be super pissed. No, bro. I'm so happy. We can become an official club now. Thank you so much for this. You're really amazing. I'll do everything I can to give you a good time, okay? Thanks. I guess. Okay, everyone. I think with that, we can officially end today's meeting on a good note. Everyone remembers tonight's assignment. Write the poem to bring to the next meeting so we can unshare it. Monica looks over me once more. No, I look forward to see how you express yourself. Yeah. Can I really impress the class star Monica with my mediocre writing skills? I have to impress this busty babe that's into horror, this tiny little girl, and for some reason, the Italian popular star girl Monica, who loves eating spaghetti. Not just any type of spaghetti, super duper, extraterrestrial, super spectacular spaghetti with meatballs, and for some reason with chicken as well. I already feel the anxiety welling up inside of me. Meanwhile, the girls continue to chit-chat as Yuri cleans up the tea set. I guess I'll be on my way then. Okay, I'll see you tomorrow then. And once I go home, I'll have some delicious spaghetti. I can't wait. With that, I depart the club room and make my way home. The whole way, my mind wanders back and forth between the 3 girls. Natsuki, Yuri, and of course Monica. To be more specific, the tiny tsundere, the purple girl, and the very popular Italian girl. Will I really be happy spending every day after school in the literature club? Perhaps I'll have the chance to grow closer to one of these girls. Alright, I'll just need to make the most of my circumstances, and I'm sure good fortune will find me. I guess that starts with writing a poem tonight. I have unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Yeah. Whoa. Is that Monica? All glitched out? Alright, here we go. Let's go with shame, rose, bubbles, comfort, destiny, vivid, disoriented, whistle, jump, whisper, daydream, papa, games, memories, sunset, strawberry, breathe, infinite, anime, and after image. Arigato, bro. Good to see you didn't really wait on us. Nah, don't worry. This might be a little strange for me, but I at least keep my word. Well, I'm back at the literature club, and I brought a brand new poem with me too. I was the last to come in, so everyone else is already hanging out. Thanks for keeping your promise, Numero. Yeah, Yuri, no problem. So, by the way, what's up with your face? It's all... I hope this is too overwhelming of a commitment for you, but didn't you just list... never mind, just keep going. Making you dive headfirst into literature when you're not accustomed to it. Oh, come on! Like, he deserves any slack. Natsuki, what the fuck happened to you? What are you talking about? Never mind. You're having me dragged around Monica. I don't know if you want to just come here and hang out or what. But if you don't take us seriously, then you won't see the end of it. Monica, can you get the fuck out of the way? I have to read your dialogue. Natsuki, you still have a big mouth for someone who keeps a manga collection in the club room. Oh, thanks again, Monica. Thanks for running away. And I just noticed this classroom is getting very close to me for some reason. Natsuki finds herself stuck between saying Monica and manga. And I realize that the classroom's getting legitimately closer to me. Manga's literature! Swiftly defeated, Natsuki falls back into her seat. I'm sorry, Numero. I'll make sure to put your comfort first, okay? Yuri shoots Natsuki with a disappointed glance. Anyway, once you're in the club and all, perhaps you might have interest in picking up a book to read? Well, I can't really say no either way. Like you said, I'm in this club now. So, it only feels right for me to do something like that if you ask. Oh, wait, I didn't mean it like that. If you don't really want to, then forget to say anything, I guess. No, it's not that, Yuri. I want to try to be a part of this club. Man, I am so getting close to the classroom. Like, am I just zooming in or what? So, if I don't read often, I'd be happy to pick up a book if you wanted me to. Are you sure? Yeah, of course. So long as they're elementary school books. I can't handle anything beyond that. I just feel like, well, as vice president and all, that should help you get started on something you might like. Yuri reaches to her bag and pulls out a book. I didn't want you to feel left out, so I picked out a book that I thought you might enjoy. It's a short read, so it should keep your attention if you don't usually read. And we could, discuss it if you wanted. How is this girl accidentally being so cute? Even with this classroom being all zoomed in a different angle. She even picked out a book she thinks I'll like, despite me not reading much. Yuri, thank you. I'll definitely read this. Although not really. I enthusiastically take the book. Well, you can read at your own pace. I look forward to hearing what you think. Whoa, I just zoomed right back out of it. Everything's back to normal, I guess. Now that everyone's settled in, I expected Monica to kick off some scheduled activities with the club, but for some reason she's Italian her next Italian dinner. I don't know what it is or anything, but it certainly isn't spaghetti for sure. But it doesn't seem to be the case. Yuri's face is already burned in the book. She's reading her horrific books that she has for some reason. I can't help but notice her intense expression, like she was waiting for this chance. Meanwhile, Natsuki's rummaging around the closet. I hear Natsuki utter an exasperated sigh from within the closet. She seems to be annoyed by something. I approach her in case she needs a hand. I give off a derpy walk. You looking for something in there? Because if not, I'm just gonna poke my nose right here. Fucking mother! She never puts my stuff back in the right spot. What's the point of keeping your collection organized if someone else is just gonna mess it up? Natsuki slides a bunch of stacked books and boxes across the shelf, and I'm all shocked and gaze as this tiny, tiny little girl is cursing all of a sudden. What the fuck? Manga. Read manga, right? Sometimes. Manga is one of those things where you can't admit you're really into it until you figure out where the other person stands. So you're either with manga or against manga. How did you know anyway? I heard you bring it up at some point. Besides, it's kind of written on your face. What's that supposed to mean? I see. There's a lone volume of manga amidst a stack of various books on the side of one of the shelves. Curious, I pull it out of the stack. There it is. Natsuki snatches it out of my hand. Hey! She then turns to a box of manga and slips the volume right into the middle of the rest. Man, so far away, even a few feet, she's so tiny I can just picture like this. Natsuki, you're so tiny. Shut up, Numero. Much better. See, the box that when one book is missing is probably the most irritating sight in the world. I know that feel. I get a closer look at the box that she's admiring. Parfait Girls? It's a series I'd never heard of in my life. That probably means it's either way out of my league, or not way out of my league, out of my different demographic, or it's simply terrible. If you could judge, you could do it through that glass in that door. She points to the classroom door. I realize Why am I looking at the classroom door when I'm looking at this tiny, tiny girl? She's so tiny. Hey, I wasn't gonna judge anything, except how tiny and cute you are. I didn't even say anything. Well, not really, I did say something. I'm speaking these words out loud to myself, so you're literally hearing these words uttered through my mouth. You hear that, Natsuki? You're so tiny. It was the tone of your voice. I'll tell you one thing, Nero. Consider this a list of my don't judge a book by it. In fact, whoa, okay, I ain't gonna judge a book. But did you really have to say it like that? Sheesh. Natsuki pulls out the first volume of Parfait Girls from the box. I'm gonna show you exactly why. She shoves the book right into my hands. Okay, don't shove it. Could you just give it to me like a true person would? I stare at the cover. I just go like a Patrick type of eye stare. My eyes just pop out of my eyes. And just give like a quick glance, like my eyes zoom in. I realize, wow, none of that happened in real life. It features 4 girls in colorful attire screaming animated feminine poses. I don't even know what the colors are. They're just mixtures of blue and green, red and blue, and black and white. Like, huh? It's exceedingly moe. Don't just stand there. Natsuki grabs my arms and pulls me out of the closet. Oh no. Is she gonna be my first? She's pulling me out of the closet. I've never gone that far before. She then takes a seat against the wall beneath the windowsill. Oh, that's what she meant. She pats on the ground next to me, signaling me to sit there. Wouldn't chairs be more comfortable? I take my seat. Chairs wouldn't work. We can't read at the same time like that. Why's that? I guess it's easier to be close together like this. Don't just say that. You make me feel weird about it. Natsuki crosses her arms and scooches an inch away from me. Sorry. I didn't exactly expect to be sitting this close to her either. Especially especially considering I'm so close to a girl like this. I'm being all nervous about it, but why? Not that I can think it's a particularly bad thing either. I opened the book. It's only a few seconds before Natsuki once again inches closer, reclaiming additional space while she hopes I won't notice. I could feel her peering over my shoulder, much more eager to begin reading than I am. I realize I am so much taller than her. Wow! How long has it been since I read the beginning? Huh? You don't go back and flip through the older volumes every now and then? Not really. Maybe sometimes after I finish reading the series. Hey, you paying attention? I am, but nothing's really happened yet, so I can talk at the same time. Looks like it's about a bunch of friends in high school. Typical slice of life affair. I kind of grew out of these, since it's rare for the writing to be very entertaining enough to make up the lack of plot. 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 Anyway, I snap back to reality. Are you sure this isn't boring to you? It's not. Even though you're just watching me read? Well, I'm fine with that. If you say so. I guess it's fun sharing something you like with someone else. I always get excited when I convince any of my friends to pick up a series I enjoy. You know what I mean? Huh? You don't? It's not... Well, I don't really know. What do you mean? Pfft, you tiny, tiny girl, don't you share your man with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Sorry. I didn't mean to rub it in your face. But when I'm not rubbing my face, you're just so tiny. I gotta give my friends to read this. They just think manga's for kids. I can't even bring it up with them, like, you still haven't grown on that yet? Makes me want to punch them in the face. I know those kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitate towards the other losers over time. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? Me being the loser or me sharing the books with friends? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep in my own room. My dad will beat the shit out of me if he found this. At least it's safer in the club room. Except Monika's kind of a jerk about it. Ugh, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am reading it. Well, I feel like that solves any of my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So? Jeez, that's enough. You gonna keep reading or what? Yeah. I flipped the page. I lick my finger to flip the page. I keep doing it some more. I keep flip the page. I keep. No. Ow. I'm sorry, I was getting in the moment. It's called Flip the Page by moi. No. Ow. Snap out of it. Okay. I just close my eyes and feel this tiny slap from her. I blank out. I close my eyes and think some more. Man, this girl has the softest slap I've ever witnessed in my life. And then, for some reason, I just fall asleep. One of the most deadliest slaps in the history of mankind. I sleep for a few minutes. Time passes. Natsuki's strangely quiet now. I glance over at her, because I realize I've been asleep for the past 5 years. Nah, not really. It feels like 5 years, but it feels like 5 minutes, really. It looks like she's starting to fall asleep. Hey, Natsuki. Yeah? Suddenly, Natsuki collapses straight into me. Hey. Whoa. Oh, jeez. Natsuki, are you okay? Here. Monica reaches to her bag and pulls out some kind of protein bar. Oh my god! Did I leave the oven on at home? Also, what the fuck happened to Natsuki? Monica, do you know anything about this? Maybe. But I do know this protein bar does help her. She throws it in Natsuki's direction. Natsuki's eyes suddenly light up again. She snatches the bar from the floor and immediately tears off the wrapper. She doesn't even finish her sentence before stuffing it in her mouth. Realizing that she's eating some food, I get out a bag of potato chips. Man, how many bags of potato chips have I had for today? Am I addicted to these for some reason? I don't know, but they're just so good. Maybe I just have them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. I had some potato pancakes, some potato sandwiches, and for some reason I have just plain old potatoes. Don't worry, no bro. She's fine. It just happens every now and then. That's why I always keep a stack of my bag for her. Anyway, what do we else should pull now? Especially after I finish my super duper extra spaghetti. Alright. So, that happened. So let's share our poem with Monica. I should start with Monica. Yesterday she seemed eager to read my poem and wanted to know I'm putting in effort. Hi, bro. Hey, hello, Monica. How are you, paisano? How look at the time so far? Hey, the Monica, why aren't you reacting to my Italian accent? Bro, please shut up now. Okay. Yeah. Good. I'm taken. By the way, some children and everything. Have you ever had any suggestions for the club? Let's do activities or things we can do better. I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring things up, okay? Alright. I'll keep that in mind. Of course I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, want to share the poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Nimero. We're all a little the best today, you know? But that's a little better that we're all learning to pass soon. Yeah, that's true. I had Monica my poem. It's called The Chicano Way by me. It talks about the Chicano life. I like it though, bro. Really? Especially I just kind of randomly put some words together and just called it that way? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh jeez. No. It's kind of makes me think that's something that's Natsuki related. And she's a good lady too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. If you're interested in Natsuki, then always keep us talking to you. She'll cling to you like a puppy. But Suki's dad doesn't give her electricity or leave her any food in the house, so she's not fussy about it often. My God, what does he feed her then? But sometimes she just uses all of her strength to shut down. Like earlier. She's just a guess, but I think she's so small because her nutrition is interfering with the absolute group. But hey, some guys are into petite girls too, you know? Sorry, just trying to look at the play side. Anyway, you want to be my bond now? Don't really, I'm not really good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to not be very good, especially for an Italian woman like you. Well, that's because I have to sound confident, you know what I mean? That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know? I see. Well, let's read it then. Hole in the Wall by Monica. But he wasn't looking at me. Confused, I effectively glanced at my surroundings, but my pet eyes could no longer see color. Are there any other colors in the rooms? Are they talking? Are they simply poems of flat sheet of paper? The sound of the deep scrolling slowly reaches my ears. The room begins to crinkle, closing in on me. The air beats before it reaches my legs. I panic. There must be a way out. It's right there. He's right there. Swallowing my fears, I brandish my pen. So, what do you think? It's very... Hold on, I gotta burp. Sorry about that, Monica. I've been holding it for the past 5 minutes. Anyway, as I was saying, it's very... freeform? That's what you call it? No, first of all, that's very gross. So, continue. Oh, sorry about that. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style has gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on the timing between words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure if I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. It's kind of nervous to talk about things like that, because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone's better friends with each other. Anyway, here's what I got started tip of the day. Take this with your writing a poem, or a study. Your brain gets too fixated on a specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. Just force yourself to get something down on the paper and tidy up later. Another way to think about it like this. If you keep your pen at the same level for too long, you're just gonna pick that puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Okay. Let's share it with Yuri. Yuri stares at the poem, and for some reason she's making all these grunting noises. Is she gonna go to the bathroom? I'm getting some sort of reaction to it. I'm all aroused, because she's making these noises that go from... Is she nervous, or is she trying to attract me or something? A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh, sorry, I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. Please don't make those noises because it's making me aroused for some reason. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah? Why do you ask? Yeah, I'm just making sure. I guess that might be after reading through it. So it's that bad. I'm sorry. I'm not a great writer. I just gotta put stuff in that makes little to no sense. I just gotta put in how I feel. But sometimes it comes off so bad. No. Did I just raise my voice? I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we really haven't gone anywhere. Like, I could have been eating my bag of potato chips. Man, I really gotta eat something else besides potato chips because it's starting to become a hobby. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I didn't really notice. What were you saying? Right, it's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. Having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think the most noticeable thing I recognize in the writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick a writing style separate from the topic matter, and they form fit the two together. The end result is that both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. And of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just writing them, building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice and learning by example and trying new things. I also hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. That should give me a little bit biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine, no worries. Besides, I'm pretty sure she doesn't hear... I'm pretty sure she might be able to hear us, so... I'm not sure if Yuri's apologizing to herself, to me, or Natsuki. You mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thought process behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if that's a rare opportunity for her, which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost Under the Light, by Yuri. The tendrils of my lung illuminate beneath the amber glows, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time, the last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hair of the future. I bathe calm, breathing air of the present but living in the past. The light flickens, I flicken back. I'm sorry I have such terrible handwriting. What? Pfft, no, that wasn't what I was thinking at all. But it took you some time to read. Oh. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting's pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like the poem. Even though it's short, it was well descriptive. It wasn't too short. I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really getting to like it. Now, I'll be honest. Since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Numero. Really? Must totally missed the point. Well, I suppose he did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story, or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost, lingering in her last remaining place of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy that you think that. Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. Well, I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Alright. Lastly, I gotta share my poem with Natsuki. Before I look at her, or share my poem with Natsuki, I see Yuri sharing her poem with Monica. And for some reason, Monica's having some more Italian spaghetti. And for some reason, she wants to think of having a mustache as well. I don't even know why. Anyway, back to me sharing my poem with Natsuki. Huh? Okay, let's start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem, then looks at me, then rereads it. Never mind, I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point of sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things, like eating some potato chips or going home and taking a nap. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems. That's what I had in mind when reading this. I want to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Well, I want to be more comfortable sharing poems if yours wasn't really bad. Also, stop talking like that. It's so weird. What do you mean? I talk like this way. Come on. Come on. Shut up, Numero. Sorry. You're supposed to be showing some dumb poem picture with me. Go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. You went nuts and you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. So, in other words, you're saying you liked it? Tsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that. You have to go announcing the world like you're so self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I said that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she's liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles Can Fly by Natsuki. Monkeys can climb. Crickets can leap. Horses can race. Owls can seek. Cheetahs can run. Eagles can fly. People can try. But that's about it. Yeah, I told you that you weren't gonna like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I won't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writers be all sophisticated stuff, so people don't even take my writing seriously. But isn't the point of poems for people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I think it is easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can be really disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight into the wordplay. Like, I set up a rhyme at the end, but back then made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feelings in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into it than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm glad you learned something. You didn't expect that from the youngest one here, did you? Yeah, guess not. I just had humor with that last comment. I don't really care how old everyone is, but Natsuki's feeling great, is feeling proud that I won't take that away from her. Phew. I guess that's everyone. I glanced around the room. That was a little more stressful than I anticipated. This is if everyone's judging me for my mediocre writing abilities. I mean, yeah, I'm a terrible writer. Especially, what's going on with this music? This is going ba 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 da ba 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 ba. Yeah, I think you gonna get it. Even just be nice. There's no way my poems can stand up to theirs. This is a literature club after all. I sigh. I guess that's what I ended up getting myself into. Across the room, Monica's writing something in her notebook. I'm looking at it saying, "Dear notebook, I realize I have not had enough spaghetti today. Because I didn't have the super duper extra because I did not have the super duper extra spectacular super duper type of spaghetti, this type of spaghetti I have does not count, and I am still hungry. So the only thing I can eat right now is some Italian bread with some Italian salad and Italian dressing. And for some reason, I want to have some chicken parmesan." Okay. I guess unless she has that type of spaghetti, she's not gonna get full. Does she have an endless stomach like Mario for Super Mario Brothers? Whatever. My eye lands on Yuri and Natsuki. They gingerly exchange sheets of paper, sharing their respective poems. As they read in tandem, I watch each of their expressions change. One goes happy, one goes sad, one goes sweet, I guess, and one goes timid. Natsuki's eyebrows furrow in frustration like the rock. Can you smell what I am cooking? Shut up, Numero. Sorry. Meanwhile, Yuri smiles sadly. What's with this language? Did you say something? Oh, it's nothing. Natsuki dismissively returns the poem to the desk with one hand. I guess you could say it's fancy. Thanks. Yours is cute. Cute? Did you completely miss that symbolism or something? It's clear that the feelings are giving up. How can that be cute? I know that. I just meant language, I guess. I was trying to say something nice. Really, you have to try that hard to come up with something nice to say? Thanks, but it didn't really come out nice at all. Well, I do have a couple suggestions. If I was looking for some suggestions, I would have someone who actually liked it. Which people did, by the way. Monica liked it, and Numero did too. So based on that, I'll gladly get some suggestions of my own. First of all, excuse me, I appreciate the offer, but I spent a long time establishing my writing style. I don't expect to change anytime soon, unless of course I come across particularly inspiring, which I haven't yet. And they're more like my poem too, you know. He even told me he was impressed by it. Natsuki stands up. Oh, I didn't realize you were so invested in trying to impress a new member, Yuri. Well, it's not what I... You're just... Yuri stands up as well. Maybe it just shows that Numero appreciates my advice more than he appreciates yours. I already know he appreciates my advice more. Are you that full of yourself? No, if I was fooling myself, I would never go out of my way to make something I do of the cutesy. Well, you know what? How was the one whose boobs magic grew size bigger so his nipples start showing up? Natsuki. Natsuki, this doesn't involve you. Oh, whoa. Taking on your own insecurities on others like that? You really act as long as you look, Natsuki. Me? Look who's talking, you wanna be a bitch? Angie, sorry that my lifestyle was too much of someone for your mental age to comprehend. See? Just say that proves my point. Most people learn to get over themselves after they graduate middle school, you know. If you want to prove anything, then stop harassing others with your secondary attitude. You think you can come up as your toxic personality just by dressing acting cute. The only cute thing about you is how hard you tried. Whoa! Be careful, you might cut yourself on that edge, Yuri. Oh, my bad. You only do, don't you? You're just accusing me of cutting myself. What the fuck is wrong with your head? Yeah, go on. Let them know everything you really think. I'm sure there'll be help else for you after this. Sound like Yuri turns towards me as if she noticed I was standing here. No, she's just trying to make me look bad. That's not true. She started it. What do I pick? If I pick Natsuki, Yuri will be mad. If I pick Yuri, Natsuki will be mad. Natsuki! Yuri! Natsuki! Yuri! Natsuki! Man, they're all getting close to me! Yuri! They're getting close! Natsuki! Yuri! Natsuki! Hi, Monica! You know, you have such a cute face when you're up close. What do I do? I don't know what to do. Oh, here we go. Oh my god. There we go, I'm back to normal. Hey, Dumbbell. Why don't we step outside for a little bit? Oh, did your Texas get on the left side? Okay. Whew, thank you, Monica. There was no way I could have survived that fight right there. It was a battle between a cheetah and a cat, and there was no way I could enter that. Sorry about that. They really shouldn't have tried to get you involved. It's really better for us to stay out of this. I want to go back inside once they're done yelling. Some president I am, right? I can't even cover my own club members properly. I just wish I was able to be a little more assertive of names, but I never have it in me to put my foot down against others. But you understand, right? Anyway, if this makes you want to spend less time with others, then that's fine. I'd be happy to spend time with you instead. Sorry, Natsuki runs out of the classroom. She quickly runs away. Oh dear. Well, it looks like they're done. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. I didn't mean it. Yuri's rocking back and forth in her ass. What the fuck? A fly just went to my mouth. Okay, now really it flew toward my mouth. Like, what the fuck? Yuri's rocking back and forth in her chest with her palms on her forehead. Like she's been traumatized for life. Yuri? I didn't mean it. I believe you. I have no idea what Yuri might have said to Natsuki. Or did... Numero, please don't hate me. Please. Not like this. There's something wrong with me today. It's fine, Yuri. We know you didn't mean it. Besides, I should not take your word for it all by tomorrow. Completely. Anyway, the meeting is over, so you can go home now if you want. Yuri looks at me as she wants to say something, but she keeps glancing at Monica. You can go first, Monica. I'd like to stay a little bit longer. I'm the president. Shall I be the last one out? Besides, I have to put out these Italian posters for the Italian club as well. I'll wait for you to be done. Well, I'm vice president, so please let me take that responsibility today. I could have said you don't want me to be around for something, Yuri. It's not that. I didn't get much of a chance to discuss my book with Numero. It'll just be embarrassing with you listening. Like I said, I didn't really have a choice today. I'm sorry for causing trouble. Whoa. Okay. That was awkward and weird. So I guess I'll end this video right here on this cliff note. So, Thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you in the next video.